Okay. So, what is the functions of service desk? It is intended to provide a single point of contact to meet the communication needs of both users and IT employees, but also satisfy both customer and IT provider objectives. Next one is a technical management. Provide technical expertise and support for the management of IT infrastructure. Technical management plays an important role in the technical aspects of designing, testing, operating, improve IT services, as well as in developing skills required to operate IT infrastructure. It is look like a very big sentence, but very simply say a technical team is having a expertise to how to purchase a new equipment, or maybe how to manage that equipment. Any issues occur, how to handle this kind of stuff, or repeated issues. If you got that one, so how to handle it is very easy way, like that. So they do the technical stuff. Okay, so very simple. Service desk is a single point of contact. And next one is application management and facility management. These are another two things are there in a management. So application management, managing application throughout their life cycle. This process plays an important role in application related aspects of designing, testing, operating, and improving IT services. As develop skills in application. Okay, so it is very simple. Physical environment management, facility management is a physical environment management, like ACs, cooling systems, UPS. Okay. Table, like sitting positions, logins, logout. So when employees enter into the office, right? So when I went to our servant is Hyderabad, so first of all we have to put a thumb, then door will open. Okay. So yeah, you once came out from the lift, then I have to go and put a thumb, then door will be open, and I can able to enter into the office automatically. Attendance is also taken. Other people cannot access into the office, so they have to wait in a lobby, and if they want to talk to anyone, so they have person has to come out and talk to that person only. Maybe you, if you are attend any interviews, you can see in an IT company or some offices, you have to sit in a lobby only. So only they will take the resume. If they want to call you in, and then they will call you in, that's it, right? So these are all maintenance is by facility management only. Application management is a simple to design everything, maintain in a single application. I will explain that application part also. Okay, but while showing an application, some application. Okay, facility management is a physical infrastructure management only. So power supply, AC, cooling systems, access, monitoring, AC is working or not, how much temperature is there, any fire related issues are may occur, or maybe like that. Okay, that is a facility management. This is IT operations. Is a IT operation management is a responsible daily operational activity need to manage IT infrastructure, provide centralized monitoring and control activities. So I have a in an organization. In organizations, you must understand this thing in a both the ways. Okay, this is my organization. In my organization, it means like, for example, if it is like Savanti Ayurvedic stuff, you can take it. I have a servers. Okay, so blade servers, physical servers are there, and maybe a routers are there, or maybe a switches are there, modems are there, firewalls are there, and also infrastructure is employees desktops, laptops. Okay, and devices, like that. So we have a servers, uh, highly costliest equipment, right? So servers are there, routers, switches, storage devices, storage devices are there in a server room, and also a normal infrastructure is there. We have to monitor all these things. You have to monitor your server room and a normal computers and network connections and everything. We have to monitor. This is a monitoring software. So using this software, you have to monitor. So my server is running or not, my service is running or not, my router is running or not, network internet data is good in a flowing or not. Okay, any segment, for example, there is a 10 computers are unable to access the network is down or internet is down. So how we know there is some place internet network is not working? By monitoring only. So monitoring entire your infrastructure is main important in the IT operations. Okay, first of all, you should monitor entire your infrastructure, your servers, how many servers are there. Okay, how many what machines, how many virtual machines, how many physical machines, like that. So you have to monitor it. How many routers, switches, firewalls, storage devices, okay, and desktops, laptops, internet connectivities. Okay, so network connectivity. So how much, how it is there, like that, everything we have to monitor it. Continuous monitoring is important. Okay, so remember the point is monitor. I will type in a here. It's a monitoring. So how to monitor? Monitoring softwares are there, so using the software we can monitor it. Just like your system also, we can monitor different things. Just I will show you. Go to the task manager. Okay, very simple manner. So uh, this is one single system, right? This is my laptop and it is a single system. Okay, so I can use task manager, but if I have a 100 computers, how can I use? I can't go to each and every computer to monitor it, right? I can't go to each and every server, routers, switches, modems, firewalls, storage devices, okay, and desktops, laptops, each and every system I can't go and look at their task manager. But from centrally, like by connecting all these things to central system through the network only. So I monitor entire infrastructure from single screen only. Just for an example only, what is meaning of monitor? So I will show in a task manager in a single system. So if you see, this is the process. These are individual process list. Okay, like this is WhatsApp, go to meeting, Google Chrome. Why it is showing that much? Okay, so I don't want to put it is in a friend. Okay, so maybe it is little bit take things. Okay, um, you can see Outlook I open and it is also consuming some RAM and processing things. So this is my CPU. How much CPU it is consuming now? 60%, 63, 65, 72. It means something it's consuming more. Like you can see, go to meeting, my Google Chrome, okay, my malwares, anti malwares, like that. And memory also, it is taking my memory 54% in my total RAM capacity. Disk read and write, network related things also it is consuming. So you can see from this one how much each individual process, how much it is taking. And also it is a performance, so it is showing my CPU performance graph, memory consuming, how much memory it is consuming, their graphs, and availability. Also you can see the network, see, so how much throughput it is there, like a incoming and outgoing traffic depends upon the data transmission. Okay, see, So like that we can understand the performance of each individual computers. Okay. Next one is system up and down. Means, for example, if this server is down, if this server is down, automatically in monitoring we will get a red signal. So like this particular server is down, this particular server is down, so go and fix that first one. Okay. Or maybe a router is down, or maybe a system is down, so we understand some server or a network or something is down. By name itself we understand, okay, earlier it is good, now it is not working, go and fix the issues. By monitoring we can easily understand the how network, how infrastructure is functioning. If any issue is occur, like suddenly a service down or a network down, so we can easily immediately we got the information and we can go and fix it. So that is the power of monitoring. Okay. So even though like normally people are getting doubts, sir, it is a simple monitoring job. Without a monitoring, okay, without a monitoring you can't fix the issues. If you don't fix the issues, your entire organization is wasted, wasted completely. Okay. So I will give you a very simple example to understand what is the importance of service and technical support for an organization to survive in the um, business world. Okay, what I said, support, importance of support. Okay, press service. Okay, importance of support and service and service support. Actually, say we can say service support related one, issues, handling of the issues kind of stuff. I'll tell you a very simple example. If you remember this thing, so you will understand kind of stuff. Now again it is in Facebook and all people are popular this one. Guys, anybody remember N- Nokia mobiles, like a 1100 mobiles? This is people may remember this, how these mobiles, Nokia 1100, Nokia 3210, 1600. Okay. Anybody remember this kind of mobile phones?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe in your childhood days, you may played with that one. Maybe next generation they don't know anything. Okay. And also similarly, like when Nokia in the mobile market, that time Motorola is there, Samsung is also came into the market, different other small Panasonic kind of competitors also came into the market. But why Nokia survived in the future phones mainly in the market, why not others? Like if you want to buy a mobile phone, that time they said buy a Nokia 1100. Okay, even though they don't know much about a mobile phone, but they will tell, so buy a Nokia 1100. Ask that person, he purchased a very good mobile phone, go for that one. Why Nokia is a more popular in future phones that time? Why not other mobile phones? Anybody having an idea about it?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, because Nokia provided the good quality product to their customers
Very good.
at the affordable price. So it will be easy to like buy the Nokia phone.
Very good. Any other? uh, for example, nowadays I'm telling, when I purchase a Lenovo mobile, okay, my second mobile phone is a Lenovo. Lenovo, yeah, some name K3, K3, I think so, like that. So when I purchase a Lenovo, everybody asks one question like, it's a Lenovo Chinese mobile. Where is the service center is available? Like that. Okay, so everybody see the mobile and they like the mobile phone, and again you simply put the question is, if I purchase a Samsung or a Nokia mobile phone kind of stuff, you can find any service center. But if you purchase a Lenovo, you won't get a services, of course. As you said, first of all, product must be quality, product should be there, and affordable price should be there. Like, iPhone is a quality product, very good quality, right? But not in a affordable price. Minimum you have to put a more than 50 60,000, then only you can purchase a new mobile phone. So like, you want to buy a new mobile phone, minimum you have to put a 60,000 for just for a mobile phone. Okay, so I think for a 10, 11, 12 kind of stuff, when they launch, it is more than 1 lakh rupees, but still it is not affordable price for a common person. It is for rich people, only the category rich kind of category people only, not for a normal people, not daily employee kind of stuff. Okay, only for show business purpose. Okay, but if you see, a Nokia 1100 is around a 3,000 4,000 rupees, and it is a standard quality, good quality product. And this one, and also Nokia service centers are very high. Nokia service centers, components, internal components are available every place. The battery is a very good in a battery backup, and standard Nokia batteries are released. No, batteries can be damaged after 1 or 2 years, and after that, one or maybe some thing happen and battery can be damaged. But you can purchase a original battery in the market. Okay, like that. So they provide services, the availability of the components. Service centers are very high. After warranty over, after service warranty is over, like a 1 year mobile phone work, but you can still repair the mobile phone in a roadside also. When I recently we trying to purchase electrical vehicle, electrical scooter, but lot of people are suggesting like, where is the electrical scooters or bikes service center. Okay, if you purchase a petrol one, a roadside person also can able to repair immediately. But if you are going to electrical vehicle, no one will repair your computer, no one will repair your electrical bike or a car or a scooter. Okay, so point is here, whole my point is I am trying to say, service support. If you got an issue when you take a service from the organization, or you purchase something, after sales service support should be there. Okay, so compulsory, if you got an issue, if you call to the your organization, they must give you support to handle the issues. Or they have to send a person to repair it, or maybe you can go out and get the problem solved. Okay, earlier days it is like a use and throw type. Now we are in India, mainly in India, and people don't throw anything away. So we use, utilize till it is done completely, right? So we repair it and we use it, right? So that's why the Nokia got very popular, because it is not only a good quality product, also they provide a multiple service station support related things. Okay, and these Lenovo, Motorola mobile phones are not much popular in a market now. Realme kind of Realme, Xiaomi mobile phones are getting a popular because of cheap, and quality is also okay quality. But Lenovo and Motorola are not getting popular because of service not providing. After sales support is not much good. Okay, like that. And Nokia is also down, completely down in a Lumina series. I got a lot of issues with the Nokia Lumina series, and service centers are not available that much. So important is any IT organization. So once they started providing a service, either it is to public customers or to a particular organizations, internal or external customers, right? So important thing is providing a support and after sale service issues handling. Okay, so this is the very important for a IT organization to run in a longer period of time, to run in a longer period of time. Otherwise, you start a business today and you run for a certain period of time, like a 6 months or 1 year. After that, when some issues occur, so you close your business and gone forever type. So that's why we don't trust the new business kind of stuff. Anybody open a shop, we don't trust immediately. New things like electrical bikes, electrical cars, a lot of small unit piece also coming, but we don't trust these people. Why? Because of we don't know, there is no guarantee, because they came yesterday, there are today, but maybe tomorrow there will be in the market or not, we don't know. We trust the certain organizations because of they're running for such a long a period of time, because of they're providing proper support and quality of the service. Okay, so this is just to give the point. So I told very big story or something. Okay, to maintain these things, so compulsory monitoring is very important here. Compulsory IT side, IT infrastructure side. So compulsory you have to monitor your infrastructure always. Compulsory IT infrastructure you have to monitor. So maintain your organization, your servers, your routers, switches, desktops, laptops, networking devices, storage devices. Okay, so everything we should monitor, make sure everything is working fine. Another example of I will tell about monitoring related things. Two, three examples I will tell. I told about the story for understanding of continuous service support. Okay, continuously you can able to give the support kind of stuff, but also I will tell other stories also. These are completely story related things, because if you understand this infrastructure maintenance kind of stuff, that is a main core part of an organization. Okay, if server is down, how much big company you are maintaining, it is nothing in front of in a business world. Okay, so in a service support kind of stuff. So here it is. First example I will tell. Nowadays, even Modi also means from the central government also, they release the things like ATM should not be if in case like 3 hours, more than 3 hours, any repair in a ATM more than 3 hours, there is a 10,000 rupees fine on the this ATM maintenance people, like bank or a company, like secure, or like some companies are there, no? So for example, there is a SBI bank ATM is there, it shut down for more than 3 hours. So they have to pay 10,000 rupees to government, not to the people, to the government only. Okay, so earlier days, there is a ATM center, but if you go very less cash or no cash, no service, shut down, like that. Service is not available, money is not available, you can't draw the money more than 2000 rupees, like this. Lot of issues are there. Go and find another bank. For example, this is my bank, I will tell. It's like a IDBI bank is there earlier. So when I go to IDBI bank, no money. So if I go to another bank, for example, I go to nearest SBI bank, I want to withdraw money from the SBI with the IDBI. They said you cannot draw the money more than three times. If you draw the money more than three times, then they will charge you, and you can't draw more than 10,000 rupees. Okay, so there is a money limitation and number of times limitation is there, but their ATMs are not working. Okay, so this is right, but we don't have a choice. Just we are going for it. If you have a choice, then definitely we'll disconnect it now. So once you taken, so you can't able to change. It's very difficult process again. Proofs are submitted and all like that. Okay, so we are compromising this issue. So why these companies are not monitoring? Why this is issues occur? IDBA don't want to lose the customers, but they are not maintaining properly because they don't know what happened to this one. They compulsory monitor, so then issues occur immediately send a team and repair it and make it work normally. So that is a improper kind of stuff like monitoring and working kind of stuff. So no monitoring, we don't know what happened to it. Yeah, yeah, someone is trying to ask question. Someone gone from here also. Anyone, any question? Okay, guys, understand ATM example. Yeah. So this another example is occur in our Pune office. Uh, just I will give you that example and just I will give you 2 minutes break also. Okay. So look at this one. Here it is. Um, what happened in our Pune office? We took a U broadband internet services. U broadband. Okay, you broadband internet services. Our In front of our office there is a metro rail, the construction is going on, so then obviously the wires or some issues occur. They're not providing internet, so the internet disturbance is occurred, or it is completely not working at all. So we given a complaint so many times also. So one day it is working, one day it is not working, just like almost like more than 20-25 days internet is not working. Okay, so in properly we are not getting internet, and continuously also it is not working. So what we done, so finally the 1 month completed, so they came for billing. So internet is completely disconnected, and we called to the people. They said you are not paid your internet bill, that's why we disconnected it. They are not providing a service, their service is disconnected, but whenever we call, so you are not paid the bill because the due date is completed, so we are not providing services. Then ours are we told that people, we are not getting internet for more than 20-25 days, so why should we pay? You are not provide a service. You have a connection, but you didn't provide a service, I didn't take the service. So if I don't use the service, then why should I pay the bill for you? And they forward the call to the manager, means billing department, and the technical department. The guy is look at this a monitoring system, and we are continuously disconnected for 15 days. Okay, other days are connected and disconnected, but continuously disconnected for a 15 days. The manager told us, you are continuously disconnected for a 15 days, so you have to pay the bill after 15 days. We'll provide a service for the next 15 days for a freely, because we didn't provide any services in a 15 days. Okay, so in these 15 days you can use internet. From today to next 15 days you can utilize internet. After 15 days you must pay the bill to continue our services. So very simple example is, we didn't get the internet for more than 15 days, like a continuous disconnection of 15 days, so we don't want to pay. And broadband also, no, we didn't get the internet for a 15 days. Broadband also knows we didn't get the internet for a 15 days. So how they know? How they know we didn't get a our Savantis office didn't get a internet for a 15 days continuously? Okay, how these broadband people knows? Anyone? Do you understand the question? Our 70s people in Pune office, we don't get a 15 days internet continuously. We don't get internet. And you broadband people also knows we didn't get a internet for a 15 days. How they know?
Sir, because they are monitoring.
Yes, very good, very good. Got the point, right? Because of they're also monitoring internet connection is there or not for each and every customer. Okay, so is the internet is connected or not? So they are monitoring it. Otherwise what happened? I can tell anything, right? So I told 20 days internet is not working. They said no sir, internet is working. Otherwise a different kind of stuff. Even for a in my home also, in a Pune room. Okay, so when I disconnected from internet, immediately internet guy called to me. Okay, so usually I call to the internet person, the next contact person, very less. Usually he will call to me, via are you getting internet or not? Okay, is a green light is there or yellow light is there? So he will call to us because it's continuously monitor. So all the connections, if anything is down, automatically they know from the monitoring station. Okay, so then it is quite quickly we can able to react to repair the issues, or find out the issues and solve the issues immediately. Unlike as I said, an example of your ATM, railway reservation counters, okay, or government offices, banking system. If you go there, they said very simply, server down, come later. Okay, cash is not there, ATM no cash, no cash board, or maybe server is down, service is down, so then come later. Okay, that won't happens in a main organizations like a HCL, Savantis, Wipro, or maybe Cognizant. So if you take these organizations, when you are providing certain services, if you say service is not available, come later, so they will fine on your organization also. That is very huge than a normal billing. Okay, so you are providing a certain service for 100 rupees, but you are recklessly giving an answer, like no service is not available now, come later tomorrow. So they will find like a 1 lakh rupees also. Just for an example I'm telling the ratio. Okay, so that is the different organization. So compulsory monitoring is also very important in IT organizations. Complete IT infrastructure service monitoring also. First infrastructure monitoring and also service monitoring. Whenever providing a services, monitor the service, is a customer is getting service or not, is customer is getting service or not. So that is a very importance of monitoring. Okay guys, take just relax for a 5 minutes. Okay, relax for a 5 minutes. I will tell some other important points in here also. Okay, relax for 5 minutes. So I will tell these definitions also, then we will close it. Okay, so I will tell okay, like this: event alert, service request, like that. Few definitions are there. Where is this? Not this one. Okay, relax, and if possible, just read these things.